Hello everyone, it is the me. Yeah, I know. Probably going to be a double upload today. Probably not. But I just haven't been really wanting to make any YouTube videos recently because, well, I've just been playing a lot of Elden Ring, as you can kind of tell. Currently, I think that I'm sitting somewhere at around nearly 60 hours in, and I'm still doing a lot of stuff. Getting quests done, doing this, doing that, doing the other thing. And yeah, in all honesty, it was really cool. It was really neat. I like it. It was nice. And I'm still playing it. There's still a lot more that I want to do, and there's still a lot more that I want to participate in. Now, there was a video that I saw from Reviewtechusa. I'm not going to review it because recently my opinion of Reviewtechusa has actually become far more positive than anything else. But it's what he talked about in terms of the email that was sent out to the Actman. And if you haven't heard of the whole Actman quantumTV drama, I'm not going to get into it. Other people have gotten far more detailed into it. I might do like a retrospective on it to do like an entire thing. And originally I was going to do like a whole manifesto. I'm like, oh, this drama has been blown over. But no, that was my I'm done video. So I'm not going to talk about him. Today we're going to be talking about something completely different. But I just wanted to do this because I want to put him in the video, as well as also to just be interesting. So, just real quick, quantumTV basically stated, hey, I'm pressing charges and all of your shit has been forwarded to the police. You will be investigated and you will basically, you will be charged with crimes. Now, numero uno, the thing is with that whole situation is that, you wouldn't necessarily tell the person that. I mean, I don't know if the police would would make you say those things or have you tell those things. I don't know. And again, I'm being completely and utterly, these are my own words, completely small increments of it. I will link the full video of Reviewtechusa's video in the description. He does a way better job and actually quotes it. I'm very narrowing it down to the main points. So this is third-hand knowledge from someone who only vaguely heard about this. But yeah, in terms of authenticity, I'm fairly certain that that's what actually happened, because again, this is an email that Reviewtech or whoever the fuck, well, not Reviewtech, but quantumTV sent out to the Actman. It's we're just gonna do this whole thing. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say my 2 cents on this whole situation is basically, no. You're not going to do that because you're basically not going to get anything fucking happening or anything fucking working in this. And in all honesty, Quantum, essentially, no. Nothing's really going to come up from you doing it, but if you want to bring this to court, frickin' lawyer up already and just do it already, alright? Just frickin' lawyer up and do it, alright? If you think that you're in the right, go ahead and do it. You want to be the plaintiff in this situation, go ahead, bring him to court. It doesn't matter anymore. You will lose, alright? I also find it really interesting how he is actually overshadowing the other, big thing that's happening on YouTube right now, where a very similar situation where someone had an Elden Ring review. I call him Mr. Angry Blue Hat Man for obvious reasons, but I'm not going to even say his name because even saying his name has done it. But I will again. I think that I should link the link tree in the description down below. But Sid Alpha, his video, at the very least, I'm going to link that in the description. He's actually in a full-on legal battle with a baker's dozen of other YouTubers. I don't want to get into it. He does a way better job than me, and I said that I would never, ever make a full dedicated video to it, but I'd at least want to mention it because it is a very similar situation. Anyway, with all that out of the way, sorry for the long intro, but today we're going to be looking at the amazing Lucas and him being completely and utterly dumbfounded and happy that a game has been delayed because it's exclusive to the other console. Let's get into this.
Oh my goodness.
I will always say this whenever he does the intro thing. I always think that he comes out of some sort of freaking coma whenever he does this sort of intro. It is by far the most weirdest of things. Like, he just did a line of something, and I swear to God that's what he does at the beginning of each of his videos and the end of every one of his videos. Ah, boy.
Bruh. Bruh. If you guys haven't heard, the good news, so I guess it's sad for the Xbox. Let me just, before we even start, if you guys want to see what a gaming controller looks like, this is a gaming controller, okay? Because this has games.
I mean, it's a controller, technically, sure. I mean, it's a gaming controller, yeah, sure, I guess. But, I mean, I never really liked the PlayStation controller. Like, I think it was cool. It was neat when it did its thing. And this one looks fine. Again, I don't really like the white. I think the white would, like, stain really badly with, like, hands and oils over time. But yeah, sure. That's a gaming controller. What of it?
Do you guys want to see what a paperweight looks like? I'll show you what a paperweight looks like. This is a paperweight. This is a very expensive paperweight.
I mean, considering that I specifically bought an Xbox Series X controller for my PC to play specific games, and that it connects directly with my PC and does everything that I want it to do without having all the bells and whistles that, you know, Sony's thing has, and it works directly with my computer, I mean, it's still a gaming controller. Again, there are other gaming controllers out there and stuff, but, it's not really, I mean, it technically is a paperweight in some cases. I mean, my Steam controller is more of a paperweight than that, and I still use the Steam controller to do things on my computer anyway. So, no.
Bruh, this is what you use. You know, if you have a whole bunch of papers, if there's a good gust of wind, just put this on the papers and they won't go anywhere. They'll get the f*** out of here.
Don't throw that. Come on, man. Show some respect to the controller at the very least. You paid a lot of money for that. What was it like? It was like $60 for that computer. Also, for that controller. By the way, I never really liked I didn't. It's not that I never really liked the black controller. I didn't want the black controller. That sounds really bad. I always thought that the controllers, some of the controllers for Xbox were a little bland. I mean, compared to Sony, in my personal opinion, they are actually, like, good controllers. They at least look nice. I mean, I got mine in electric snot green. Yeah, mad flex there. I love my electric snot green. Come on, man. It's my favorite color. It looks gross. It's hard on the eyes. I freaking love it. It's just hilarious to me. But yeah, I'm going to totally 100% get a Steam Deck possibly later this year. Hopefully, cross your fingers. I should get an email or something about it soon. So yeah. But yeah, no, a controller is a controller, and that's not even discounting like any of the other third-party controllers. Like, I know I had a Logitech one for a while, but okay, I don't see where you're going with this. You haven't even talked about the game, and you're already, or the delay, and you're already like a minute into your video.
Listen. Oh, poor little Xbox. Do y'all want this? Do y'all want this?
No, thank you.
These mofos were constantly screaming about, oh, Starfield, Lucas, Starfield's gonna be great. Starfield's the next game, it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, it still could be awesome, We haven't seen anything of it, really, and if they needed to delay the game to make it better, then I don't see a problem with it.
Bruh, if you haven't heard, Starfield has been delayed. Ooh, shocker.
Dun, dun, dun!
Bruh.
I mean, Interesting tweet, by the way, that he says. Let's just read this for the sake of just extending the video time a little bit more. Starfield has a firm date, and all I see is PS fanboy saying is going to be delayed. Explain that one, lol. I have nothing for this because that is fucking hilarious. And yeah, it says it. Oh, it has a firm date. We didn't get a date, and I think that that's funny. I mean, no date is technically firm, especially with the last, like, couple years just completely fucking the world over and, like, flipping it upside down. No date's been completely and utterly assured for a while due to, like, new things. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I haven't heard much from Starfield, but if it is, I'm not expecting an Elite Dangerous level of stuff, but I'm at least hoping for what was the one that was released? The Outer, not the, is it, what's the Outer Worlds? Probably the Outer Worlds level of okay, where it's not the best in terms of like everything, but it's at least okay, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
These mofos just keep taking L's, bruh. Xbox is the L console. You cannot spell loser without Xbox. You just can't. It's impossible. They're synonymous. They go hand in hand.
Did he pass first grade English? Because I'm fairly certain that Xbox themselves doesn't have anything to do when you can spell the word whatever. No. Also, but the thing is, yeah, and again, it's like, oh, there's gonna be no first party games. Well, yeah, but there's no games on the console. It's wrong. There is games there. There's just a bunch of third party games. But you don't like that because you're a PlayStation fanboy, and all the PlayStation fanboys, all that they care about is first party games are the way of the future. Even though it's fucking anti-consumer, you are fucking wrong, man. Jesus Christ.
These fools were hyping up a game that they haven't even seen gameplay of. How delusional do you have to be? They keep talking about, oh, you're a Sony pony. Bruh, no, I'm a game pony. That's what I am. This happens to have games, you know, Spider-Man, God of War Ragnarok. Hell, we could even go back to Drake's Uncharted.
Jesus. Glass houses, motherfucker. Glass houses. Honestly, though, like, how many times have you hyped up games that you've never seen gameplay of? You were talking about things like Wolverine, God of War. You're going to bring that stuff up later. Those games have not had gameplay yet. At least I haven't seen any gameplay of any of it yet. And I don't think either of them have solid release statuses. Release statuses. That is such a stupid word. Release dates. I don't even think that each of them have release dates yet. It's so fucking stupid. Because you're like, oh, we haven't seen gameplay of Starfield yet. We haven't seen gameplay of frickin' Wolverine, yet you were frothing at the mouth because of it. We haven't seen gameplay of God of War Ragnarok either. I've not seen gameplay of God of War Ragnarok. And it is so stupid. There's another example that I'm going to be bringing up in here in a little bit, and I think it's going to be fucking hilarious.
Do you understand? Xbox currently, as of today, okay, has no game to compete with Drake's Uncharted. Think about that. That is sad. That is real sad.
What? So they don't have a third-person action RPG game that's single player with a protagonist that's like in a trilogy? I mean, what about Tomb Raider? You know, Drake's Uncharted came back in like what, 2012? Wasn't Tomb Raider released 2016-ish? At least the reboot one. I know that a lot of people are going to say like, oh, well, the other original series is much better. I played the first one of the reboot series. I'm sorry, but I actually liked it. I thought that it was okay. Nothing spectacular, nothing completely spectacular, but it was okay. It was a solid, interesting game type situation that I kind of found nice. At least for a time when I got invested in the story and the whole thing, with it being cool and interesting, but at the same time saying, oh, there's nothing that compares to Drake's Uncharted. That's just not true. It's a game from 2012, so what the fuck? And no one's brought this up where there's like, oh, well, you can't really compare it because it's not the same thing. It was that's on there, and I guess it was also released on PlayStation, but I guess it's not a first party exclusive, therefore it's not a thing good. It's like, no. If you're comparing games on games stuff, it doesn't matter. I think that the software should technically speak for itself rather than anything else. I guess it was actually released for PlayStation as well as the other consoles. I don't remember, but I just know that if you're comparing things like Drake's Uncharted to another game that Xbox has, or Xbox is under Xbox's control, I think that they had it exclusively for at least a time. I don't remember. I just remember that it was said like to be. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just being fucking stupid. And I will take that being stupid. Anyone correct me in the comments. You're welcome to do that. I am open to being dumb and absolutely cracked out. So, yeah. Might also be a little bit intoxicated, so just saying.
These mofos have no games for the rest of the year.
Ha.
At this point, y'all might as well just throw away the console and buy a PC.
Okay. Honestly, I'd recommend that to either side of the console or the PC. Not even just in general. I mean, you can still keep your console if you really want to. I would just recommend that you pay for the Xbox, like the Ultimate. Yeah, the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate thing, if you still have your Xbox, and then just buy a regular standard PC. It doesn't really matter if it's like a gaming PC or anything like that. You can even build one if you really want to. It's going to be a little expensive, yes, but at the same time, it's still a good investment for the future. I've switched from my Xbox to my PC just recently, and I was doing some spring cleaning. I finally got my original Xbox One out of my room, because I just didn't need it anymore. There was no use for it for me. It just didn't work. Nothing that I did to it made it function, and it was just dead weight. So it just now needs to be factory reset. There's nothing in the console, and I'll probably sell it off to someone or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's old. It's busted. It's not really busted, but it still works. It's old. It doesn't really work anymore, and it's not as good as something else. So yeah, I don't need it. Therefore, it's nothing there. So yeah, you can definitely get a PC. I would recommend to get one that's VR ready if you really want to go hardcore. It's not even that expensive. I got mine for around $500, which is around the price of a console. But I would say try to not limit yourself to $500 to $600. And I bought a pre-built. 100% pre-builts are fine if you want to get that sort of situation. But we're getting off topic. Yes, getting a PC and selling your Xbox is still pretty okay because you're going to get a lot of the games that Xbox has, because Xbox doesn't necessarily have PC or exclusive games anymore. So yeah, no, I mean, go out and get a PC if you really want to. Some people will be like, oh, they don't want to do that. It's like blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Whatever. Then just get Game Pass. There's options is not a bad thing. That's the lesson to take away from here. Options is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, at this point, there's really no reason. There was never a reason to have an Xbox.
Xbox Game Pass, Halo Infinite, when it was before it actually released. Generally good games overall. There was a ton of reasons to do it. there's not enough reasons for you to get it. And that's the one thing that's weird about this, is that there's none of the reasons for you to get an Xbox, but other people would have an interesting idea. Also, I will find it weird that I looked this up because it bugged me that the Amazing Lucas's hat had the American flag upside down. And I looked this up, and in terms of flag and respecting the flag and stuff like that, if you were to fly the American flag upside down for whatever reason, it is a sign of disrespect unless the person is in duress or extreme duress or in need of help. That's mostly the sign of what I was able to do that, and I don't know if it applies to patches or anything like that, because there are other ones that are at that have the plastic reverse or upside down or something like that. I don't know what this hat is, or if he's part of the military or something. He kind of looks like he might be, but I have no idea, nor do I care. I just found it interesting that the thing that annoys me the most is the patch on top of his head of the upside down American flag, which I don't know why that bugs me.
But now, you guys might as well just put money into a PC. Join the clickers. Just, you know, the WASD crowd. Just join those mofos. The PC peasants.
PC peasants. Oh boy, more of this bullshit. Also, I find it interesting how you say join the clickers, and yet you make the clicker noise from The Last of Us 2 and not an actual clicking sound. And you know, you act like a hard R kind of word, and just, dude, get a life. I don't know how to say this anymore because I'm running out of clever for you, Lucas. But if you're still at your age just arguing over a plastic box that you yourself say that the company should go under, in a previous video, you yourself said that you got screwed over by the people and the individual that you're trying to... What was that? Like, you're like, I'm a prisoner to PlayStation. You are fucking not a prisoner to PlayStation at all. You are there by choice. It is... Even if it says like, oh, you are a prisoner of PlayStation, you have Stockholm Syndrome. Oh my god. This is one of the reasons why Sony themselves is going all these like anti-consumer type routes right now, because of people like Lucas who are like, give us more. We need more of this shit. You know, it's just Jesus. Sorry, that's just setting something into place. Anyway, moving on.
It's just sad, man. It's really sad. I know I laugh and I kid a lot, but listen, guys, I'm really sorry for you. I really am. It pains me to know that we, going into 2023, are going to be playing Spider-Man 2. It pains me to know that we are going to be playing Wolverine. It pains me to know that some of you guys are playing gunk.
You know, let me just hit him with the scores of Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn, and fucking Last of Us Part 2. I mean, if we're gonna pick and choose here, honestly, it's kind of stupid. Also, you don't show the actual other score, just the user score. And yeah, I mean, you say that gunk is a weird name for a video game. It's like, oh, it's not as good because it's a platformer or something like that. Okay, cool. It's not a popular game. Whatever. I mean, it might have been a passion project by people. One of the things that I don't think Lucas understands is their main titles allow them to make these other games. So yeah, and again, like, gunk isn't really the only one that has released as like a game this year. I mean, I guess it's the only exclusive. I don't fucking know. But Halo Infinite released and it's dead, of course. But there are other games that released this year that people are just in that most people don't care about exclusives, which is the thing. And most of the Sony ponies have this in their mind that it's like, oh, everyone cares about exclusives, and exclusives are the only reason to buy a console. And if you think otherwise, you are fucking wrong. It's like, no, most people don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I've been playing Elden Ring for like 50 hours, and I still want to do more. I'm approaching to 60 hours. I'm gonna do like another like day or whatever. Dude, I want to do other things, or I wanted to get actual shit done. But yeah, it's just no, man, just no.
You guys, some of you guys are playing Tetris HD. Oh, Lord, 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 oh, Lord. Pray for these lost souls. Pray for these lost souls. I don't know what to tell you. You actually, at this point, you have to be an Xbox pony to have an Xbox. Like, that's what you are. If you're defending Xbox right now, you're just you're a corporate slave.
Excuse me? Mr. Kettle, Mr. Pot called. He says you're black!
What? It's a turn of phrase. It has nothing to do with race.
But they do not care about you. How much more obvious can it be?
That's all, folks.
Do you remember Halo? Do you remember the gameplay they showed during Halo? It wasn't until their own fan base ridiculed the graphics that Halo was like, you know what, we need to put this back in the oven because this is not looking really good. And even when it came out, it still wasn't competing with anything. Hell, Halo doesn't even compete with Horizon Zero Dawn. Forget the newest Horizon game. Oh my God. Oh, it's so pathetic.
Really? You're going to use Halo as an example and say that, it was so bad that they needed to put it back in the oven. What about Forspoken? You know, that upcoming game that they showed gameplay for that looked awful. That was supposed to be like a PlayStation exclusive. You remember that? I mean, how bad does a game's graphics have to be in order for you to understand that you're wrong and that people just want good games? And you're going to say, oh, well, Halo itself was on the Xbox and therefore it should be better than like all of the other games. And it's like, you can't compare games of like different genres together. And the thing is that, again, Halo is not competing with Horizon Forbidden West, technically, because Halo is a first-person shooter. Horizon Forbidden West is a third-person action RPG. I would say, if anything, that game got completely buried under Elden Ring, because again, Elden Ring had nearly 1 million concurrent players in like the first month, and it's still going stupid fucking strong even today. So no, Lucas, people don't just want exclusive games anymore. They want like actual games. They might have been exclusive games might have drawn people in before, but that's an old hat thing. But yeah, and again, just to go back to my point, Forspoken, I didn't even remember Forspoken's name. I had to spend a good solid 20 seconds looking that game up because I kept forgetting the fucking title of it. It's so generic and just, it hurts my brain how generic that name to me sounds. It is just no, Lucas. Tell me that Forspoken looks good unironically, and I will say, okay, you're a nutcase.
Y'all are so pathetic. Grow a pair. Oh, I guess I know Xbox is, they don't have, they don't have pairs. They too busy putting on pink Halo cheap nail polish and stuff. I don't know what to tell you. The jokes write themselves at this point. Xbox writes itself. Xbox writes Xbox. That's the joke of the century.
I mean, same thing for you, Lucas. The jokes practically write themselves.
God, just pathetic. That's what you Xbox users are. Pathetic.
I've got a peer-reviewed study right here that says... says you're a pussy.
Don't fucking spit on my face, you gross person.
Anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether...
Whoa, what the fuck? Hold on, wait, what, did you just... What? Why leave that in? You obviously have editing software to do, like, that small jump cut to do the outro. Why leave that other, like, hey guys, how's things going? And just like, oh no, shit. Or like, hey guys, how, like, edit your videos better. I know that I sometimes leave in long pauses for myself to kind of think things through, but I tend to edit out a lot of the in-between stuff to kind of shorten things up, and I even try to shorten up the video as much as possible without talking too much. I mean, there's, again, in this one particular, there's a couple of things that are just like dead air that I can't really do anything with, and I try to look things up, and it's just... long story short, there is a lot of editing that involves this, which is the weirdest shit to talk about, but there is some editing involved, and just edit that shit out. If you already did the outro, you can do it frame perfect in the software that you're doing. Why did you edit it that way? Jesus Christ.
Not you leave. Look at you, just a sorry pony. Starfield's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I don't know. I'm just gonna be sitting over here playing Elden Ring. I'm fine. I mean, I got virtual reality, like actual good virtual reality as well. When's your virtual reality or the new virtual reality headset coming out, Lucas? When are you gonna be over here, freaking being able to smack people in the face and kick people in the balls in virtual reality? Like when are you gonna be able to do that?
Or if you can't believe, yo, it's coming out next year. Do you understand it's dead on arrival? It's DOA. What is it gonna... Do you understand what it's competing with? It's like, are you crazy to release it next year? I mean, I know it was dead on arrival this year, coming out with God of War. Forget Horizon, just God of War alone. But now, next year?
I mean, Horizon's already released, but God of War, we don't know if it's going to come out this year. I would say that since God of War, again, we haven't seen gameplay of it, that it is also going to just be pushed back even more as well, because there's no gameplay of it that's there. At least I haven't seen any gameplay of it. Show me gameplay of it, and I'll eat my fucking hat. But you know, I'll eat my headset. Yeah, that's the thing. I'll eat my fucking headphones if you show me gameplay of it that was released before this video.
Wait, are you telling me Dead Space remake is going to be coming out before Starfield? No mas, no mas. Oh, now if you happen to disagree, which only the brain dead would.
I mean, most people would disagree with this and say that, like, it might be good, it might not be good. You don't fucking know. That's the thing. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you that it might be bad or it might be good. I'm just saying that you can't be this happy about a game being delayed for the other party and use examples from that other party about how it's bad when you have just as many examples for your side that you just completely fucking ignore.
Keep that same energy.
You're more than welcome to call in during disagreement days, which are typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. You know the rest.
Why, though? I honestly, I've watched this a number of times with people, and I don't get why you would do that. In terms of, I mean, I understand, like, why you would technically do that, where it's like, oh, you can go and call in on disagreement days. Who the fuck calls in an actual call and like on their phone nowadays. I mean, I don't do that with my friends. I would just say, if you're gonna host disagreement days, have a dedicated Discord channel if you don't already do that. Don't do this esoteric, call this number and do that, because I hate talking on the phone. Fuck talking on the phone sometimes. It is just like, what if someone like back traces your phone number and something like that? Like, how many phone numbers do you go through in order to do that? Like, in order to actually do that, do you just like create a phone number and then immediately disconnect it or something like that? That's so weird. Do you have like a business phone number that you just? I don't even know, nor do I care. I'm not gonna do this. It's so. Just do a Discord call, man. It'd be easier to set up to do like a one-on-one Discord call thing, and just have people duke it out that way.
Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh, that fun stuff. Fun stuff. I don't know if, I know Xbox, I shouldn't use words that Xbox players probably aren't aware of. Fun stuff. All of that mediocre stuff. Until next time, guys, be amazing.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares about your stupid ass, dank, stupid fucking memes, you dumbass bitch. Angry. Very angry. This is probably one of the more angrier videos because, in all honesty, I've lost all clever. I am tired, it is late at night, and I just wanted to get another video out to you guys. Last week I know that I had some like Elden Ring content and stuff that might not get a lot of views, but it's stuff I wanted to make, and that's what this channel is mainly made for, is to make stuff that I wanted to make. And I should make another one fairly soon. I mainly made that other video before about that, and because it helps with the content. It's the same thing with like my shorts, it's to put more content out on the channel. Again, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, I just haven't been posting a lot of videos, and it's nice to have a backup video of just gameplay compilations or something like that when I'm playing through a video game, just because it's funny. But yeah, in any case, this is the recording. It's probably going to be stupid long, like a 30-minute video. I'm sorry to everyone that's doing this. I just want to get through this video, and I wanted to talk about that other stuff. So, to wrap it up, my name is GamePenguin21. And yeah, check out stuff in the links in the description, and a peace off.